Hey everybody! So I wanted to record myself to see if I could play my C scales without looking at the keyboard with both hands at the same time. And it's a different challenge when it's being recorded, right? And so I want to post the recording because it's my goal to help inspire people to know to know, to know that anything you want to achieve in life is possible. Okay? 6 weeks ago, I knew nothing. I knew nothing about a piano. I had taken maybe two piano lessons years ago, so I knew where middle C was. Okay, but that's pretty much all I knew. I did not know how to read sheet music. I didn't know about, I don't know technically how you say it, but the 2, the 3, and the 4 beat, uh, whatever it's called, but the 2, 3, and 4 beat. I didn't know how to read the music as far as the notes or the tempo of the notes. I didn't know how to play. I didn't know my C scale. I didn't know tonic, subdominant, and dominant chords. I mean, I just didn't know. I didn't know anything. And it's only been 6 weeks. And when the camera's not on, I can play the C scale without looking at the keyboard. So we're gonna see. It's not about perfection; it's about progression, right? And so I have progressed in 6 weeks. I've definitely progressed, and so my message to you is do more of what it is you want to do in life. I've waited my whole life to learn piano. I wanted to learn piano when I was probably 10 years old, maybe even younger. I don't know. But my first recollection is probably right around 10. And decades later, I finally get the opportunity to play, right? So let me warm up a little bit. That was my C scale, both hands, no looking. It's so amazing, right? That just 6 weeks ago, there's no way. I remember saying to myself, the day I get to play with both hands at the same time is going to be crazy because that means my left brain and my right brain are working at the same time. And motor skills wise, my hands they're doing it. I mean, look, right here, it's crazy. And maybe to someone that knows piano, it's not a big deal, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm an analytical person. I'm not a musician. I write books. I write PhD dissertations. I write short stories. I read books. I got like a library like crazy in my other room, and I've only been here 6 weeks. Every time I go to the library, I messed up. But every time I go to the library, I'm getting books because that's what I do. I'm a book person. I'm not a musician. It's totally something different. Music is something totally different. And so for me to progress to this point where I'm playing and I'm not looking at the chords and I can read sheet music. I can read sheet music and I know about tempo and it's just mind blowing. It's really mind blowing. And so I just Jesus, I just want to encourage you. I just want to encourage you. Whatever it is you want to do in life, you don't have to be perfect. I'm not perfect. I don't care. I don't need to be perfect. Actually, I do care, but for conversational purposes, it's not about perfection. It really is, honestly. It really is. I have a bit of a high standard for myself, and I'm an overachiever and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's about, am I doing the things that I want to do in life, right? And that's the question for you. Are you doing the things that you want to do in life? Do more the things that you want to do and less of the things that you don't want to do. Okay? It's possible. The places that you want to go, they're not too far away. All you got to do is make a plan. I remember when I was working on my PhD and I wasn't employed because I was a full-time student. I was like, I'm going to knock this paper out, this degree plan, whatever. I'm going to knock it out in 4 or 5 years. I'm not doing 7 to 10. A lot of people do 7 to 10 years in a PhD program. The kid is not one of them because that's way too much money and way too much time. I got other things I want to achieve in life. And so I did complete it in 4 years. And a little bit over 4.5 or whatever. But I think it was my first year. I went down to Florida, and I didn't realize Florida gets cold. In some places, Florida gets cold, and it was cold where I was. And I was like, I had decided when I retired from the military, I was never going to experience another cold winter. Like, that's just not something I'm doing anymore. I don't have to do it, and I'm not going to do it. And so, because I had that mindset, I said, I don't know. One day I said, I'm going to Puerto Rico. I'm going to go rent me a condo in Puerto Rico for the winter, and that's what it's going to be. And I did it. And once upon a time, that kind of thought process, it was outside the scope of my thoughts of what I thought was possible. And then 2 years later, I think it was, I went to St. Thomas for the winter. And I was like, I'm not dealing with cold weather. I'm going to rent a condo in St. Thomas. And so I did. And, and then there's so many different things that I've thought of like that. And I've because I determined for myself that this thing was possible, whatever it was, it became possible for me. And so the same thing happened with the piano, right? I could say I'm too old, my moment's over, it's too difficult, I'm in Okinawa, I don't have a piano. There was a lot of things that could have stopped me. I had to put this baby in my car. I could have said, well, it's not going to fit. You know what I mean? But because I said I want to play the piano when I got here, I don't remember what happened first, but I do remember I was driving. I think what happened first was I was driving around and I was Googling music stores and I couldn't find one. And then I was driving one day and boom, there it was in English, music store. And I was like, holy crap, I want to play the piano. There's a music store. I went in. I talked to the lady. She said she's got teachers, so I signed up. And then that week, I was like, I want a piano, or a keyboard is what I said I wanted. And because I said I wanted it, I started looking for it. And I went to thrift stores and this and that. And then somebody told me to go to a pawn shop. And I couldn't find what I was looking for. And then one day I walked into the store. Actually, the pawn shop guy told me about this other store. And I walked into that store and I went to the music section. And this keyboard, if you could, well, I don't know if you could see, it has its own wooden wide leg, right? So it's a keyboard, but it's on 2 wooden wide legs. And it's got the foot pedal, and it's got the seat. And it was sitting right there in front of me in the music section, just right there. And I was like, excuse me. I was like, really? I was so shocked. I was like, is that for me? Like, did I conjure that up? Because I said I wanted a piano or a keyboard or whatever, And I maybe I already told y'all that story, but it's so inspiring that I saw this keyboard with the seat. This thing is dope, okay? I don't know if you've seen it or not, but what more could I have asked for? You know what I'm saying? I'm out of the country. I don't need a grand piano over here. I just need something that's right that I could practice on every day. And here it is, right in front of me in my condo as I'm looking at the ocean. I mean, all my dreams have come true. And then I got another dream. I call that car the God, darling, because when I get that car, I know the God gave it to me. Because there's no way on earth, me by myself, that I can get that $7 million car. But you can't tell me I'm not going to get that car. Just like could nobody tell me I wasn't going to get this keyboard, piano, whatever, or I was going to get this condo on the beach, or that I've gotten all the other things I've got. I believe in my power to manifest. I believe in my faith in God. I believe in the power of determination. I believe in the power of the spoken word. I believe in the power of belief. And so I have all these things going for me. And that's why these things keep showing up. And this is why I'm making this video for you all, because I want you to believe. Awesome. And whatever it is you want to believe for your life, it's possible. It is 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 possible. I promise you, there's not one thing. Even people. It is possible. Just believe me when I tell you that. Believe for yourself, okay? So I'm going to play something else real quick because I'm on camera and I want to see if I can handle the pressure. All right, it's not about perfection. Don't judge me, all right? That sounds so good. I don't care what nobody say. That's the end of one song. This is another song. I don't know if I hit the right key. So beautiful. Oops, wait. That wasn't beautiful. I feel like Ray Charles. I'm not looking at the keyboard. And I'm playing the keyboard. It's awesome. What a fascinating. Wait. It's a fascinating accomplishment. Just crazy in my mind right now that I can play the piano with both hands, not looking at the keyboard, and I don't give a damn what nobody say. I'm the bomb. I'm the bomb because I've learned how to play the piano. That's crazy. That's like the people that go out there and learn how to become pilots. They get their pilot license. It's like, what? That's crazy. That's crazy. But it's crazy, like, it's crazy in a good way, not crazy in a bad way. It's crazy that it's phenomenal, right? It's just phenomenal. So I wish it for you. I gotta go. This is a long video. You guys do you, okay? Enjoy your life. And believe. You gotta believe. Okay. See you later.